What's going on, guys? My name is Zeke. The quarantine continues. Hope you guys are all staying safe. Today we're gonna do something a little bit different. So many of you actually know that after coming to America, I stopped making music and switched to film. Pursuing film career has been my lifetime dream ever since I was a kid. Here in the US, I studied film, even made a few short films that didn't go anywhere. And those Adorn 16 music videos were also actually directed by me. After seeing my music videos, many of you have been asking my opinion on some films. And I decided, instead of responding to each one of you, make a series where I speak my mind on some films you guys want me to talk about. These are gonna be not regular reviews, but more of my thoughts, or maybe something in the middle. We'll see where it goes, I don't know. And just a few things, even though I started film, in no way I'm saying that I'm a guru. Art is very subjective, and these are just purely my ideas and my reactions to the film. And also, I assume you all have seen the movie, so spoilers ahead. So welcome to the first episode of Adorn Films, and today we're gonna talk about the movie you guys asked me to talk about the most, Lords of Chaos, the beloved Lords of Chaos. So, today we're drinking beer. No, not celebrating. I watched the film to prepare for this video. This is my second time viewing the film. And you know, it's been a struggle watching it. So, I needed a drink. Okay, first things first. Lords of Chaos is fiction. It's not a documentary. Stop complaining that it's not how it actually happened. How do you know how it happened? Stop it. Stop. Varg says one thing, Mayhem says another thing. All the fans have their opinion on what happened, and guess what? Jonas Ackerland, I'm probably butchering his name, has his vision and his opinion on what happened. And guess what? He's the director of the movie. He can do whatever the hell he wants to do with it. It's his vision. The story doesn't belong to us. If Mr. Eckerland wanted to make the story take place in 1960s Zimbabwe, let him do it. That's his choice, that's his vision. Oh, the guy who plays Varg, he's fat, he doesn't look like Varg. Oh no, he's Jewish. Oh my God. Are you serious? He's an actor. The whole purpose of his profession is to pretend to be someone else. What are you talking about? Who cares what his nationality is? I think that the people who complain about this kind of stuff are actually the same people who complain about Dark Knight not being a good movie because Batman doesn't have his costume as it is in the comics or whatever. I get a little heated here, you know, but do you understand my point, what I'm trying to say? So realistically, if you really know what happened, go watch a documentary. There are plenty of them. Go watch Varg on his channel talk about what happened, and you can put the pieces together and make your own mind on what happened. Why in the hell would anyone watch an American movie made for entertainment to find what the truth is? Seriously. The film doesn't owe justice to the black metal community. Again, it's an American film made solely for entertainment. And what I like about it is that it actually acknowledges that by saying that the story is based on truth and lies. I like that line. Okay, now since we put all that stuff aside, let's discuss the film as the film. Is it any good? At its core, Lords of Chaos is a teen thriller with some horror elements. It actually reminded me a lot of Super Dark Times, where teenagers' youthful angst leads to stupid actions, and where one of the teenagers slowly transitions into insanity. From what I know, Mr. Ackerland started out as a film editor, and you can see that because the film is edited well and has a pretty fine pace. Later on, Ackerland got a lot of experience directing music videos for bands of all kinds of range, all the flashy stuff, and he utilized a lot of those techniques in Lords of Chaos, and those scenes look fine. So I'm gonna mention some things I like and dislike about the film. Come here. Meet Cholula. This is my new daughter. How you doing? What's new? How's everything? You like the camera? Like being in the camera? Say hello. I've heard someone say something like, oh, this film isn't about black metal music at all. And of course it isn't. This movie is about two people and the relationship between them. I mean, it's not a surprising thing, is it? Most films, at least good ones, are made that way. The Fighter, one of the best boxing movies ever made, is not about boxing. It's about Mickey Ward and his relationship with his family. Same here. Themes and plot points is what matters, not what kind of music they are playing. The story is the candy. The wrap of the candy doesn't really matter. That's all about tastes and preferences, but doesn't have the weight that the actual story has. They could have easily been pop singers instead of metal. It wouldn't have made much difference. I do like how the film concentrates on the story it wants to tell us. It sticks to the theme pretty well. Now, Lords of Chaos tonally is pretty messy. There are very few directors out there who are tonal virtuosos, who can make you laugh, cry, and be disgusted at the same time. In Lords of Chaos, most of the jokes fly by. They don't come naturally from the characters. And later on, when something more serious happens, it makes you feel weird because it doesn't match the feeling you had earlier. And when Varg is in the car driving to kill Euronymous, they're playing Dead Can Dance song, it's terrible. Just terrible. Total tonal mismatch. Here's another thing. In good writing, there's something called cause and effect, where one thing naturally leads to another thing. Here, Euronymous deciding to burn churches comes completely out of nowhere. Don't get me wrong, unpredictable things happen in films all the time, but they're there for a reason. Burning churches becomes significant commitment for Varg and Euronymous, and ultimately is the beginning of their demise. I believe the decision to burn churches should have happened more naturally, should have been more emphasized, and carrying more meaning. As I mentioned earlier, the film doesn't have a lot of black metal music, which is a bummer for me too, but it also means that it opens doors to non-metal audience, which means that it isn't really a bad thing. People complain about the chocolate milk so much. People say that no one would drink chocolate milk in a stressful moment like this. Well, this moment does have a purpose though. It's not there for no reason. Varg is not killing Euronymous self-protectively as he claims. He's killing Euronymous playfully. Ultimately, Varg's drinking chocolate milk scene shows Varg's descent into insanity. In the beginning, we see this kid who likes Euronymous and loves mayhem and wears Scorpion's patch, and at the end he kills the guy while drinking chocolate milk. Is a pretty decent arc. But though I agree the chocolate milk moment has its place, I do think that it's a bit cheesy. Writers were on the right track, but I think they should have picked something else a little bit more meaningful to the character. So I saw the film with few people who aren't familiar with the black metal story and what happened, but even they knew more or less where Varg's and Euronymous relationship is going to. A good thriller is built on the unknown. For example, in Super Dark Times, the film strategically foreshadows Josh's descent into insanity. In Lords of Chaos, unfortunately, we see it coming a mile away. For me, it's the biggest downfall of the movie. It just becomes boring. We connect with Euronymous, we like him. Behind all this facade, we see that he's not a bad person. Varg, on the other hand, is a douchebag from the beginning. And he just isn't a good villain. And we love good villains. Okay, so I know I said that the movie is pretty tough to watch second time, and it really was. but I can't say I hate it. What do I think about it? I think Lords of Chaos is okay. It's an average movie. Rating system? Yes, no, maybe? I don't know. 5 out of 10. Here you go. Average. That's good enough. Anyways, let me guys know what film would you like me to talk about next. Subscribe and do all these things. Notification bell or whatever the hell. Thank you guys again. Stay safe and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.